Here's some terrain I've been working on out in the garage. Got a big sheet of foam for my dad. So basically I just take one of these and I chop it up with a bread knife. My foam coater battery was missing when I came out here to do this. So I just did it. So I used a bread knife that my wife said was dull, and chopped it out real easy, right? Then I take the same bread knife, but I also got these little super sharp knives that I got out of a kit for hanging up blinds. I got a bunch of them actually. They're really good in case you break them or whatever. Then I cut the steps out. And I use a little rubber mallet sometimes with that knife as a chisel to kind of do this. But it wasn't that hard. I just cut it, nice and flat. You'll see in the second video I'll actually do one. I'll do this one right here for you guys. So after I do the levels into the actual terrain, right? Then come back with some sandpaper. And after we got some sandpaper onto the levels and everything starts to smooth out really nice. There's our basic idea. I think this was the first one I did. So that should be a pretty good piece of terrain, really. And then what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna basically slap really wet plaster all over the whole thing. I don't know if I'll do it all over the whole sides or not, but it's gonna be really wet, drywall plaster basically. I got a couple different kinds, not the wood putty. Wood putty works good too, but I think the really wet plaster works the best because you can get into the gaps and you can go in there and chop it up again with a knife, etc., and put your grooves back in and sand it and all that stuff. So that's the next step, is to get some plaster on here and then a little bit of rocks on the flatter surfaces, and then I'll probably spray paint them. My main idea for finishing things off is like this particular piece of terrain. I'm gonna blast it like it's been hit with a piece of artillery, so it's not gonna have any vegetation left on it. It's gonna be all black and blasted. There's gonna be a big blast right in the middle of it. Maybe a couple, airstrike, whatever. The rest of the pieces are gonna end up being mostly, kind of rocky outcrops, just little bits of burnt vegetation, stuff like that. And then I got some nice little wire pieces of tree, basically, that I'm gonna get on there also. So there'll be kind of, a spattering of forest, but mostly rocks and burnt grass and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna look really nice. The little round thing will end up being a little installation, research station, shield generator, power generator, who cares, right? So I think this train's really awesome. Tell me what you guys think. Be sure to check out the rest of the blog, shutdownmine.blogspot.com. And if you're not a member already, go become a member over at 40knation.com. I'm sure that you will just be blown away by that website. So again, thanks a lot, and we'll get back to this train as soon as we can.